Einfach, wir haben einen Bogencharakter dabei. Ha. Ach, du heilige Scheiße, das hat mich erschrocken. Oh. Geh weiter und suche nach Dämmerplaustrit, bleibt die Kuh. Ich habe jetzt so gut geraten. Ich bin erstaunt von mir selbst, ganz ehrlich.
You're in for a little shock.
Es ist voll okay vom Kämpfen her. Also es könnte natürlich schneller gehen, wenn wir stärker wären. Aber eigentlich im Großen und Ganzen bin ich sehr zufrieden mit dem Kampf. Ich weiß auch bei Genshin einfach nie, was ich sagen soll, wenn ich kämpfe. Ich rede mich eigentlich nur auf über die Gegner. Ich habe immer das Gefühl, dass Genshin ziemlich langweilig rüberkommt, weil ich viel zu reden habe. Aber ich glaube, wenn ich viel reden würde, das würde ein bisschen den Aesthetic des Spiels wegnehmen. Okay. Weil das Spiel ist halt eher so ein ernstes Spiel. Wenn ihr jetzt seht, Sea of Thieves, es ist so durcheinander. Wobbly ist so ein Shit-Projekt. Da kann man auch mal Blödsinn reden und so, aber bei, ich habe das Gefühl, bei Genshin, wenn ich das machen würde, das würde die Professionalität aus dem Projekt rausnehmen. Weil es ist ein Spiel mit sehr deeper Story. Es ist ziemlich traurig an manchen Stellen. Ich meine, Teppe ist erst gestorben. Es ist schon ein emotionales Spiel eigentlich und ich finde es nicht gut, dann so Scheiße dazwischen zu labern, wisst ihr? Ich kann auf jeden Fall sagen, dass ich mich freue auf Sumeru. Jetzt vor geraumer Zeit, ich glaube vor 2 Wochen stand, wo ich das aufnehme, ist sozusagen ein kleiner Sneak Peek von Fontaine rausgekommen. Das ist das Gebiet. Autsch. Das ist das Gebiet nach Sumeru. Und es sieht so verdammt cool aus. Ich freue mich extremst darauf. Es dauert noch ein bisschen natürlich. Es ist noch 1 Monat bis 2 Monate, bis es rauskommt normalerweise. Aber trotzdem. Ich freue mich so krass darauf, weil... Alter, das war so knapp. Nein, oh nein, ich hasse das. Ach, die 2 gleichzeitig auch noch, ja, das haben wir noch lieber. Autsch. Ich hoffe, das war die letzte Welle, sonst bin ich mir ein bisschen im Arsch. Und ich freue mich auch, die Charaktere neu kennenzulernen. Durch die Legendenquest. Damit ich endlich sagen kann, wer mein Lieblingscharakter ist. So, gehen wir weiter. Aber wie gesagt, ich muss mich halt dahinter setzen, dieses Team hier stärker zu bekommen. Sonst, ja, sonst ist es ein bisschen scheiße. Wir gehen mal lieber mit dem Seeli, weil ich habe keine Lust, nachher wieder zurückzulaufen. Kiste? Ja. So, jetzt kann ich weitergehen. Jetzt bin ich glücklich. Und ab und ab.
Hey, unleash.
Okay. Stein.
Is this it? Is this the sunset vermilionite? It's so huge.
Jadegemachs ist ja auch sehr groß.
That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Die Meisterin von Shenhe ist...
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized something. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Don't worry, I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged.
Paimon macht sich dich Sorgen, Shenhe.
My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt, no matter who you are. You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense.
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the plaustrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
Shenhe trägt den Plaster auf die Schulter und geht weg.
Able to carry that huge rock all by herself.
Ach so, sie hat das ganz große Ding genommen. Ich habe gedacht, sie hat jetzt ein kleines davon genommen.
We can't slow down.
Okay, wir müssen uns auf jeden Fall heilen gehen, weil, ja, wir sind fast tot. So, gehen wir uns mal heilen erstmal. Gehen wir dahin. Und dann teleportieren wir uns zur Baustelle. So, wie ist es da? Und dann wechseln wir unser Team auch mal, dass wir Sincha wieder im Team haben. Ja. So.
For justice.
Sind wir alle geheilt? Ja, dann können wir los zur Baustelle. Hier müssen wir uns hin teleportieren. Zu Child. Trauma. So, und dann drehen wir uns um 180 Grad und gehen zur Baustelle. Baustelle. Ich kann das nicht. Ich kann Baustelle nicht aussprechen, weil sich das komisch anfühlt. Für mich ist es immer Baustelle. Immer. Ich weiß nicht warum. Aber wir gehen jetzt zur Baustelle. Hier zur Baustelle des Jadegemachs und finde Shenhe. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, ich glaube, ich habe die Baustelle gefunden. Dum, 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 dum. Da ist der Stein.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's got to be one of those adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate.
Vielen Dank.
Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe, and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the
Entschuldigen Sie, was
rarest
soll das
prostrate
bedeuten?
specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of plastrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhe, Shenhe! Just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises!
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
Geht es dir gut?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. Alright? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Herbergen sind definitiv komfortabler als die Wildnis.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Los geht's! Shenhe ist ein nahegelegenen provisorischen Gasthaus, wo sie sich ausruhen kann. Okay, ich muss schon dahin laufen, leider. Mann, ich hasse das. Es nimmt immer so viel unnötige Zeit in Anspruch. Und mit meiner kleinen Ausdauer, die ich noch immer habe, ist es wirklich ätzend. Guten Tag. Hello.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts. So, business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just through the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right.
Okay.
Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before. Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack, or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All right. I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door.
Bis morgen.
See you tomorrow.
Hey, isn't that Cloud Retainer?
Lüle.
What's she doing here?
Warte mal, was macht sie hier? Soll sie nicht auf dem Berg bleiben?
Come and say hi.
Sie ist doch irgendwie so ein heiliges Adeptenviech. Sprich mit der Fürstin der stehenden Wolken und des stillen des Windes. Soll ich jetzt hier hochklettern? Klettern hasse ich noch mehr als laufen. Lüle.
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe Chilcloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Oh, right.
Es ist also die Wahrheit.
What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Das ist wahr.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived,
ist schon ein bisschen
she
wahr.
had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind, and she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her.
Die Meisterin, von der Shenhe immer sprach, ist also...
Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay.
Okay.
Red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well. It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
Machen wir.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti.